Hi guys, Joanna here, and in today's video, I will be talking about my top 5 perfumes from a brand that started all the Middle Eastern fragrance craze in social media, LATTAFA. This video has been requested many times in my channel, so I finally gave in. To be honest, the reason why I didn't do it before is that I wanted to try as much as I can first to decide on my top 5. And yeah, I think having now on 16 bottles and maybe around 30 decants, I am very confident to say that I come up with my top 5. These 5 are the ones that I will highly recommend to all of you who are looking for the best of LATTAFA. So now, without further ado, let's get this video started. Starting off with a fragrance that I kind of started my Middle Eastern journey with, and this is Nebras. And if you are into Middle Eastern perfumes, for sure, this is not the first time you heard about this. And I know that a lot of people are raving about this perfume because it is really good. I had this fragrance, I think 2 years ago, and I remember how impressed I was the moment I tried it. And to be honest, guys, until now, I am still loving this fragrance. This starts off quite fruity, as I definitely get the red berries and oranges. However, this fragrance develops into a beautiful vanilla, tonka, and cacao scent that is quite addictive in my opinion. If you read the notes, this might look a little bit childish because of the sugar, red berries, mandarin orange, vanilla, and cacao. But in my opinion, guys, this fragrance is full of character. It definitely smells more expensive than what it is. And what I noticed as well is that as this fragrance macerates, the more it gets better. It was never smelling like a burnt tire or gasoline. This was amazing right from the very first spray. And I actually appreciate that coming from a Middle Eastern fragrance, because I'll be honest with you guys, I am not really a fan of maceration process. To me, that is very annoying. Okay, I know they are inexpensive. However, do I really expect to wait for a fragrance to smell good just because they are inexpensive? I know that's how it should be with Middle Eastern perfumes. However, I won't really promote that idea before buying a Middle Eastern perfume. I get it. They can really be better as time goes by. Fine. But in my opinion, I cannot accept something that smells like gasoline on first spray just because it didn't macerate well. Okay, I know that's quite a big statement. I want to know actually what you think of that, because I know there's a lot of lectures about maceration process in social media. Even though I understand it, I just don't want to promote it in my channel. So basically all of the 5 perfumes that you're gonna hear in today's video were good at first spray. Anyway, going back to Nebras, this to me is a semi-gourmand kind of scent that to me smells like a vanilla pudding with loads of red berries and just a sprinkle of cacao powder on top. It is addictive and it kind of smells like winter to me. I don't know, there's something about it that smells very wintry, even though it's not a full-on gourmand. When it comes to longevity and projection, guys, this to me is amazing. Let's say this stays around 8 hours on skin and on clothes with a very strong projection, especially for the first 2 hours. I highly recommend it, and I think that this is a unisex fragrance, as I have received so many comments from the gentlemen as well who enjoy this fragrance. Once again, Nebras by LATTAFA, one of the best from the brand. All right, next up is Liam Gray. And you know already how much I love this fragrance, as I have featured it several times in my channel. This is just an amazing buy, as I remembered I bought this around 20 euros and it was so worth it. Okay, hear me out. The first time I sprayed this, it was just an okay. It definitely reminded me of BDK Gris Charnel, which I am not really a big fan of. However, it is a good dupe of it, so I kept it in my collection. However, the more I use it, it became stronger and better when it comes to scent. I felt that this became more full-bodied. I can tell that the spicy cardamom is stronger, along with the black tea and fig. Those three notes are very prominent to me. The cardamom is much spicier now, and the sandalwood is creamier as well, along with stronger black tea notes and a fruity and green fig. This fragrance is amazing, and I know that a lot of you love this fragrance too. A lot of you are always commenting how much you love Liam Gray as well, and I believe you, because I find this fragrance amazing, especially for the price tag and the way it smells. To me, if you're looking for a very affordable chai latte scent, then I highly recommend you Liam Gray. I find this fragrance unisex. When it comes to performance, I must say that it definitely improved. I will say before, it lasted me around 4 to 6 hours. That's why I didn't give it like a 10 out of 10 back then. However, now, guys, this stays forever on clothes. And even though it's not a beast mode performer, I could smell myself the whole day when I wear this fragrance. I just adore this, and I highly recommend it, especially if you love spicy and woody scents. Once again, Liam Gray. Next up is one of the Khamrahs. And to be honest, I think it was LATTAFA's Khamrah which started all the craze about Middle Eastern perfume dupes, right? In the end, it became controversial because actually it wasn't really duping Kilian's Angel Share. Anyway, I have the OG Khamrah and the Khamrah Qahwa. I'll say that I only chose one to be featured in today's video, and I chose Khamrah Qahwa just because I love the added coffee boost in this fragrance. This basically has that Khamrah DNA, a very sweet, slightly boozy, cinnamony kind of scent that is very addictive and very autumn and winter-like. With Khamrah Qahwa, they just added more spice, and what I mean by spices are like cinnamon, cardamom, and ginger. That really got me. Plus the added, of course, coffee. It is sexier in my opinion, and I find Khamrah a little bit sexy as well. However, it is just too sweet. And I'm not saying that Khamrah Qahwa is not sweet, because this is definitely sweet as well. However, it has the coffee that kind of cuts off the sweetness, plus the added cardamom and ginger as well, that kind of controlled the gloopy sweetness of Khamrah Qahwa. And also, I find this fragrance a unique scent. Amazing performance. On me, this one lasts around 6 to 8 hours with a strong projection, especially for the first 2 hours until it becomes moderate. This is screaming unisex, sexy, kind of dark date night kind of scent, and I am really loving it. To me, this one definitely smells more expensive than what it is, and I highly recommend it. But you have to keep in mind that Khamrah Qahwa is still very sweet, okay? I know there's a lot of people who don't get a lot of coffee in this fragrance. On me, I get the coffee basically the whole time. It's a unisex scent as well, so everyone can wear it. Such an amazing buy. Khamrah Qahwa. Next up is one of their best releases, in my opinion, and this is Teriaq. And I know it's kind of like a love or hate, but to me, this is such a big hit. Why is that? Because it is one of their most unique fragrance as well. Okay, I know a lot of you are comparing this with Jean Paul Gaultier, La Belle, and I actually don't find them similar. Maybe just the vibe, but not really. I actually made a video comparison about Teriaq and La Belle, and yeah, I just don't find them similar at all, even though, of course, they have the same perfumer, Quentin Bisch, and I can tell that the sophisticated nose of a master perfumer has been put on this fragrance. And owning this for quite some time now and have used this on some special occasions, I will say that it is really a beautiful scent. And if you didn't like this fragrance, I just encourage you to try it on once again on your skin though, because I noticed that this perfume smells different on paper than on skin, because on me this smells like a dried apricot drizzled with smoky caramel and honey with a dash of vanilla essence. It smells so good. The rhubarb in here, I think, made a difference in this fragrance, as it gave it a touch of sourness that kind of like cuts off the sweetness in this fragrance. I feel like it is very well balanced and very sophisticated and feminine. It is something that is perfect to use the whole year round. I find it more feminine leaning. To me, this is a kind of fragrance that is signature scent worthy, and I basically just love it. When it comes to performance, this performs, okay? More than 8 hours on skin and on clothes, it stays eternal. You will definitely be smelled, and I receive compliments when I use this fragrance. I find it very unique, and in my opinion, this is one of their best releases to date. So yeah, once again, Teriaq. Last but not the least is my personal favorite from LATTAFA. To the point that if you ask me, Joanna, if there's only one LATTAFA perfume that you will recommend, which one is it? It will be Musamam White Intense. And if you are not new to this channel, you know how much I love Musamam White Intense. I raved about it the first time I got it, and this is just a creamy sandalwood and coconut lover's dream. If you're like me, you love a creamy sandalwood and coconut, you're gonna love this fragrance as well. Aside from the creamy coconut and sandalwood, this also has prominent ylang-ylang and musk. Such a special and likable scent, in my opinion. I always receive good feedback about Musamam White Intense. I know that a lot of you purchased it after my recommendation, so I know that a lot of you are loving this fragrance as well. My favorite from the brand. This is another signature scent worthy, especially if you are a sandalwood and coconut lover. The ylang ylang that is in here is just perfect to give this fragrance a slight floral touch, making it very feminine and sophisticated, in my opinion. When it comes to longevity and projection, this one is amazing. Once again, let's say lasted me around 6 to 8 hours. It stays longer on clothes. You will definitely be smelled, especially if you overspray. Even though you don't have to overspray, because I don't find this fragrance weak at all. Anyway, I will always recommend this fragrance because it is one of their most sophisticated scent, or I think their most sophisticated fragrance. Once again, Musamam White Intense. So that is the video for today, guys. Those are my top 5 LATTAFA perfumes. Now I want to know, what do you think about it? Because honestly, this started to be like a top 10. However, I want it to be more difficult for me. So I decided just to do 5. Why not, right? I want you to suggest a Middle Eastern brand that you want to hear my top 5 recommendations. Let me know in the comments down below. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much, guys, and see you on my next one. Bye!